All right, so I'll be with you in 1 minute.
En un minuto vuelve. Canila, Jai Satchitanand. Jai Satchitanand, Gabi.
Jai Sachidanand Gabi, Anila, Devdas. Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand. All right, so let us begin with the three mantra.
¿Quién canta el Trimantra hoy?
Who wants to sing? Isa, Devdasi, Gabi, Lenore, Anila, Marcela, Claudia. Claudia, you want to sing the three mantra, my dear? Claudia?
No lo sé cantar.
No sé cantar. Okay.
Léelo, lo puedes leer.
Sí.
What did she say? All right. Okay.
She can read it, yes.
You can just read then. Go ahead and read it, huh?
Okay. Namo Vitaragai, Namo Arihantanam, Namo Sidanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Uvasayanam, Namo Lobesavasaunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Sava Pava Panasano, Mangalan Chasavesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Satchidanand. Satchidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Wonderful.
Yes.
These are the categories of human beings who have become gods, you know.
Estas son las categorías de los humanos que se volvieron dioses.
Yeah. Every human being is a potential god.
Cada ser humano es un dios potencial.
Every human being is indeed a god, but not knowing that he suffers so much in life.
Cada ser humano es un dios, pero al no saberlo, eso le causa, esa ignorancia le causa muchísimo sufrimiento.
Not so for us. That is not the case. No, you know, we have attained the state of God. You see, you and I are gods. We are experiencing the state of God, being a God, a little bit, but we are, you see.
Y todos nosotros hemos alcanzado ese estado. Por ahí un poquito, pero lo hemos alcanzado.
God means you are able to now see it all exactly as it is, you see, without finding any faults with anyone, you see.
Y estar en estado de Dios es poder ver todo tal cual es, sin ver a nadie en falta.
Yes, you see. So, I've shared, thank you, Marcela, for typing that last satsang. We covered 3 headings, and today we proceed further in this further understanding of what is going on. Okay, so today, the next headings today is continue seeing the discharge that is not mine. You see, continue seeing the discharge that is not mine. Continue seeing the discharge. Continue seeing the discharge that is not mine.
Continúa observando la descarga que no es mía. Continúo viendo la descarga que no es mía.
You see, this discharge, we all understand the word discharge. You see, we all understand the word that the discharge means that which is happening in effect, not in cause, but it is happening. Yes?
Yes. Bueno, todos sabemos lo que quiere decir descarga, y descarga es lo que sucede y es el efecto, no es la causa.
Yeah, it says that. So continue seeing the discharge that is not yours or mine. This discharge that is happening is not yours or mine. You see, we have to continue seeing this discharge.
Entonces tenemos que continuar viendo esta descarga que no es ni de ustedes ni mía. Es seguir observando la descarga.
Yeah, just a minute, huh? So let us read further on this heading. Dadashri says essentially, questioner is asking, if outside this satsang, if we are in kusang, kusang is that kusang is not in our hands, is it? We try to get out of it, and we do not increase this kusang. But how should we deal with kusang? That's the question. Kusang, Kusang. Kusang doesn't mean bad company. Kusang means you're not being who you are. You understand?
Yes. Bueno, acá le preguntan a Dada que fuera del satsang, ¿no? Estando fuera del satsang, estamos en kusang. Kusang quiere decir que no está en nuestras manos, que no eres, no ser quien eres. Entonces, ¿cómo se sale de kusang?
So there are 2 words, satsang and kusang. Satsang means to be in the eternals, in the company of eternal.
Entonces, las palabras satsang y kusang. Satsang es compañía de lo eterno.
Yeah, right now we are all in the company of the eternal. We are not thinking about anything that is happening to the body or the mind, We are not involved in it, we are separated, so we are now in the company of the eternal. We are with Dada and Mahatmas. You say that's satsang. You say kusang means the opposite of that. Kusang has 2 meanings. Kusang It has two meanings. One, first meaning in the worldly life, in relative life, is when you're in bad company. When you're in company with wrong kind of people, that is called kusang. But really, no one is bad in this world. It is the way you look at it that makes it bad, you see.
Yes. Nosotros estamos satsang es una palabra y es estar en compañía de lo eterno. Acá no estamos involucrados de ninguna manera con la mente, el cuerpo, estamos separados, es Dada y los Mahatmas. Y Kusan es lo opuesto, es en lo relativo es estar en malas compañías, pero en realidad nadie es malo, es solamente nuestra mirada.
Yeah, so that's a very important question that is being asked to Dada. Dada, yes, I understand kusang, Dada, but the point, Dada, is that I try to get out of kusang. When the satsang is not happening, I end up with kusang. I forget Amapura, etc. I try to come back, but tell us how to remain in satsang, how to be out of kusang. That is what is being asked to Dada. You see.
Le preguntan a Dada Kusan, el punto es cuando no estamos en satsang, que estamos en kutsang, es cómo poder salir de ahí, cómo volver al ser, cómo volver a estar en el ser.
So the
Estar separados.
Yeah, right. What should I do for kusang? What should I do, or how do I handle kusang? You said, Dada, how do I handle kusang, Dada?
Entonces le preguntan cómo debo de manejar kusang.
So Dada says it is like this. You see, it is like this. Dada says, discharge. Dada says all discharge is happening on its own. You see, is happening on its own. Happening on its own. You see, in that we end up poking our hand. You see, in other words, to put your hand into something is called interference. So that, in other words, Dada says, discharge તો બધું એની મેળે થયા જ કરે છે, પણ એમાં હાથ ગલાઈ જાય છે ને, તેથી આ આખો દાડો બળતરા, you see. So he is saying is because you interfere, because you enter in that which is automatically happening, because you enter into that which is automatically happening, then the result is that the burning happens all day long.
Yes. Dice que es así, la descarga sucede y sucede por sí mismo, y en eso no tenemos que poner nuestras manos. Si nosotros, es la interferencia, es nuestra interferencia en lo que está sucediendo automáticamente.
Yes, and he's so all day long, therefore, there is bharatra, burning, and externally induced problems, you see, all day long, upadhi.
Entonces lo que sucede es que todo el día estamos metiéndonos, interfiriendo y estamos quemándonos por esta interferencia durante todo el día.
Yeah, so, it's not just that you get involved in this discharge of Gabi or Anila or Claudia. But you see, the involvement in it creates burning, and then it invites upadhi, external problems, you see.
Yes. No solamente nos involucramos en lo que le sucede a Gaby y a Nila, sino que también que esto produce, quema, también nos estamos metiendo en los problemas externos.
There is no necessity to interfere in discharge, says Dada, okay?
Dada dice que no hay necesidad de interferir en la descarga.
Absolutely none. Absolutely none. Absolutely
Absolutamente no.
none. Not necessary for you to interfere in this discharge that is happening. Absolutely. It's not necessary. With
No
what?
es absolutamente necesario interferir en esta descarga.
Dadashri says, there is a new word. Dadashri says, that which is not yours, that which is not yours, that which is not yours will never come to you. It will not come near you. That which is not yours will never come near you. Never ever.
Dice que lo que no te pertenece nunca jamás vendrá a ti ni se acercará.
And not only that, not only it will not come near you, but it will also not stay with you. It will,
No solo que no vendrá, sino que tampoco se quedará.
Stay with you, whatever with you. How much you have made the other human being as mine, doesn't stay with you. It's not. They can't. That human being has his own mind, has his own internal world. Maybe a few minutes he or she is with you like this. Connected, but these are all operating in their own world, their own world,
Yes. Como nosotros decimos, esta persona es mía, es mía, es mía, y esto es imposible. La otra persona tiene su propia mente y opera en su propio mundo.
And why are you unnecessarily, uselessly, uselessly, there is no use, uselessly poking your hand in that which is not yours, not yours.
Entonces, ¿cuál es la necesidad de que pongas tus manos en aquello que no te pertenece? Es absolutamente innecesario.
That which you believe as something new happening, okay, is actually, it comes, here you are, it comes on its own naturally. You see, it comes on its own naturally. It arises on its own naturally. You decide, oh, today is a beautiful weekday, sad Wednesday. I know. I'm fine. Everything is going great. And then something comes, you see. Something arises in front of you and I. And it comes and then it will leave, you see. So accept it as Dada says. So therefore, accept it as a gift of Kudrat or nature.
Yes. Lo que crees que viene, que viene algo nuevo, ¿no? Y viene por sí solo y viene naturalmente. Entonces todo está sucediendo muy bien y de repente surge algo. Y esto viene y como viene se va. Entonces acéptalo de una forma natural.
Accept it as a gift of nature and keep seeing it. Keep seeing it.
Míralo como un regalo de naturaleza, de la naturaleza y mantente observándolo.
Yeah, so we just finished one heading. This is like the heading is, which Marcela is sharing with you, is this Paarkoo. Paarkoo means somebody else's. Paarkoo means somebody else's. You see a woman walking alone. She has a ring on her finger. From the street, you see, that means she is somebody else's. That she's married. But even if she is not, in the same way, everything that happens to this mind, body, and speech of Patricia, Luz, Elsa, Graciela, you see, is Paarkoo. It's someone else's. It is someone else's. It is not yours or mine. It's not ours. See? It's not ours.
Parkour, esta palabra parkour, es alguien que no eres tú.
Yeah.
Es lo mismo que ver una mujer que va caminando por la calle y que tiene una sortija, y te puedes dar cuenta que es casada. Y lo mismo pasa con la mente, el cuerpo y las palabras de Patricia, Luz, Graciela. Es Parkour, no es mío.
The entire Luz is Paarkoo. In other words, you have no other capacity to do anything with it except to see the entire Luz, the entire Angelique or Fabiana. You see, that is exactly how it is. Don't unnecessarily, uselessly poke your hand in it. You see, it is naturally unfolding in front of you. You see.
Luz es Parkour y no hay otra cosa que ver a Luz, a Angelique, a Fabiana, y solo pon tus manos en el bolsillo.
This is the final truth, the final vision unveiled by Dada for all of us. The man asked him, what do I do to avoid kusang? What do I do to Dada? When satsang is over, I'm in kusang. I go places, I do different things with, I drive, I alone, or I do this or I do that, and then I get lost in this world. Dada says, you can't do anything. You really cannot change effect. You can only see the effect. You can see the effect. You understand, my dear Gabi? You understand? You can only see.
La visión final de Dada, ¿no? Es ¿qué hago para salir del Kusan? Que le estaban preguntando. Y Dada dice, no puedes hacer absolutamente nada, no puedes cambiar el efecto, solo puedes observarlo.
This takes a long time to arrive at this understanding. Maybe that is exactly the separation of the world of Arman or Gabi or Marcela, separate from yours and my world of liberation. This is the world of liberation. This is the world of bondage. The world that was created in ignorance is unfolding in front of us, and this is the instant liberation by allowing it to flow naturally. Even if Gabi gets upset or angry, fine, yes, just do not interfere, you see? Do not interfere. Immediately you will, go on.
Todo esto lleva tiempo aceptarlo, ¿no? Pero bueno, esto no nos permite estar separados en el mundo de la liberación o en el mundo y salir del mundo de las cargas. Y es una liberación instantánea, observar y no interferir.
Shuddha, tengo una duda respecto a eso que estaba hablando. ¿Hay alguna relación entre, porque a veces siento que mientras más se observa o más crece el observador, pareciera que las descargas son como más también? ¿Hay alguna relación en ello o la descarga tiene un tiempo que es absolutamente independiente de cómo uno va creciendo en este observador?
Gaby's question is if we are in the seer, that this effect is going to disappear quickly, or the time if it is the time that is going to be.
¿Quieres que traduzca yo la pregunta?
Ay, sí, por favor, sí.
She's asking that as long as she is observing, the question is if there is any relationship between what the observer and the discharge of karma. She realizes that as long as she is observing, the discharge is stronger, and she needs to know if this is true or it's just a coincidence.
When you are, thank you, both of you, and when you are seeing with an S capital, seeing what you call observe, when you are seeing it as it is, then you're really just seeing it as it is. You see, you are not in the seeing. There is not this opinion of strong discharge or weak discharge. No. In the seeing, there is no connection with reference to the heaviness or the lightness of the discharge. That's number one.
Pero no son grandes descargas, no es que suba la intensidad, sino es que vienen más descargas. No es que sean más grandes o más pequeñas, es que hay más descargas.
She feels that there are more discharges, not of more intensity, but more quantity of discharges.
Yeah, and when she is seeing, is that right? Is that what she is saying?
Eso es lo que ves, dice Gaby, que ves más descargas.
Observo que hay más descargas que lo que ocurría antes. O debe ser porque está más despierto el observador y la observo. Antes a lo mejor no la observaba. Pero
she observes that there are more discharges, not more intensity, but more quantity. And she doesn't know if it is because she is observing more or why is that.
Yeah, because...
Perdón, ¿me cubrís un minuto, Dami, por favor?
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. It may seem so. It just seems so, really, because when you're not seeing the discharge, you're not. It just flows. You're seeing it in a state of quote unquote decreased awareness. So many. Maybe you see Vishuddhatma of 5 or 6 people in a busy street, but if there are lots of them, then after a while you just stop seeing them. You see, stop seeing
them. Que te puede parecer que sean más descargas, pero es que estás más despierta. Que vos antes podías ver a lo mejor 6 Vishuddhatmas, pero hay muchos más. entonces al ver más es que vos te das más cuenta de las descargas.
And also sometimes what it is when there is a lot of things happening in and around Gabi, at that time the seeing part gets a little covered up. It doesn't go away. This observer is always there, but it just like feels what Dada describes as a double-story bus, like they have in London here, double-decker bus below, bus above, you see. And so everything on the other side, say if there is a park and a bench on the other side, it doesn't, the saying of that is blocked as long as the double-decker bus is passing, you see. So, but the discharge does not stop for anyone. Discharge continues to unfold. Dada has called it Sahaj Bhave. Naturally, it is unfolding. It doesn't say, oh, this is Gabi, I'm going to now give her a very heavy discharge. Or this is Damian, I'm going to give her a slightly lesser discharge. Discharge continues in time-related fashion with what it's like the conveyor belt, you see. Discharge continues in time. So on the conveyor belt in the past life, maybe a few things were kept, 1, 2, 3 things were kept, you see. So then it is 1, 2, 3. And sometimes a whole big box of stuff is kept inside, and so the whole big box will come, you see. But it's a conveyor belt that comes now one after the other, one after the other. Sometimes there is nothing going on. The conveyor belt is empty, and you can continue to be who you are, And so it is easier to do dhyan or meditate this as the self when there is no file, you see.
Dice que la descarga te ocurre como si fuera en una cinta, esas sin fin que van y a veces se queda 2 o 3 valijas estancadas y entonces te parece que es una gran cosa, pero la realidad fluye a su velocidad y es fácil para vos verlo, digamos, cuando estás en el dhyan, en el estado de meditación, es fácil para vos observar esa cinta sin fin que va fluyendo en la descarga.
And the conveyor belt of this life continues to conveyor belt, that which conveys. So, you're standing at the airport and you're waiting for your bag to come out. There is a lot of bags going on, but what grabs you is your bag. As soon as you see it, oh, my bag. So it will come around to you. It will come around to you, you see?
Cuando estás en el aeropuerto y estás esperando tu valija en la cinta, conveyor belt, dice que vos estás esperando y te estás viendo y de repente ves tu valija y la sacás, esa es mi valija, y ves como todo lo demás fluye con su propia dinámica.
Right, yes. So seeing is, if you forget to see it, you see, like, sometimes your bag passes, you see. There's a lot of passengers waiting and, your bag, you miss it, you see. You miss seeing it. It will go around and then again go behind and then come back again.
Dice que a veces estás esperando tu valija, pero fallás, no podés agarrarla cuando pasa delante tuyo, entonces da toda la vuelta y después la tenés lista para agarrar.
Yeah, so in this discharges, interference in discharge is to, it's all the bags are being conveyed in the conveyor belt, but you pick up somebody else's bag.
Y a veces estás en la cinta y agarras la valija de otro.
They look like your own bag, but you pick it up, you pick it up and you say, oh, and then somebody says, madam, this is my bag, so, you check the name and then say, yeah, it's
y a
yours.
veces viene ese otro, entonces te dice, señora, esta valija es mía. Ah, cierto, decís, y la dejas.
You see, so only Dadashri says, only that discharge which is meant for you, you see.
Y Dada dice, se descarga solo lo que es para vos.
Yeah, only that which is yours. It is happening, but you're putting the hand in it. You're kind of disturbing it. What Dada is saying is much more subtle. But what Dada is saying.
Y poner la mano en la cinta es como de disturbarla, como molestarla.
Yeah.
Dada es mucho más sutil en esto.
Yeah, your job is to see, oh, Gabi picked up the wrong bag.
Tu trabajo es ver, oh, Gaby, agarró la valija equivocada.
Yeah, rather be the wrong bag, and then time was wasted, and then
Y el tiempo se perdió y entonces.
Yeah, and then you continue to know, Gavi picked up the wrong bag, and I'll give an example. I after a long trip from India, I ended up in Miami, right? Very
Te voy a dar
long.
un ejemplo.
Yeah.
Luego de un viaje largo por la India, terminé en Miami, ¿no?
Yeah, so I had got a brand new suitcase, bag, with red, it was red. And
Entonces
it just looked just like mine. Well, there was
compré
another.
una valija roja.
And I was so tired, so I picked up that bag and I loaded it in the man's car. And then while I was driving from Miami to my home, which is 1 hour north of Delray Beach, my phone started ringing, and that man, the luggage man, says, "Sir, looks like you may have taken this gentleman's bag because, your bag is here."
Puso la valija en el auto y cuando se iba para su casa, que es un viaje de 1 hora, recibió una llamada de teléfono que era la persona de los equipajes que le dice, señor, usted agarró la valija equivocada.
And so, when I returned, the entire airport was empty, that area, and the gentleman was standing there with my bag, the fellow whose bag I had taken,
Y cuando volví al aeropuerto ya estaba vacío y no había nadie, y lo único que estaba era este señor con mi valija roja y yo tenía la de él.
Yeah, the simple thing is that in this world, as it is, in this conveyor of this belt of this world that conveys to you essentially that which is ours only. Everything else is interference, you see. In other words, to accept.
Entonces es como, la vida es como esta cinta sin fin de valijas que te trae solo lo que es tuyo y todo lo demás es interferencia.
Yeah, it's to accept that which is yours, and so there is no complaint, and everything else, just leave it alone, just like as if you're passing through an amazing museum, where there are all kinds of beautiful things. You can appreciate it, see it, but don't try to take it with you.
Y el mundo es así, tenés que agarrar lo tuyo y todo lo demás, disfrutarlo, mirarlo, pero saber que no es tuyo.
Yeah. You see a magnificent painting in a museum, it's beautiful, and you say, wow, I'd like to have this. You see, now you have, even though you don't take it away or steal it away from the museum, you've just kind of extended some part of you into that object, you see. And, you wanted that. Oh, it would look nice in my living room. Well, such a painting is good to be in museum, so the whole world can enjoy it. In your home, who is going to come to enjoy it?
Por ejemplo, si estás en un museo y ves una pintura divina y te dan ganas de llevártela a tu casa y dirías, qué linda quedaría en mi living. Pero esa pintura es para que todo el mundo la vea y para que esté en el museo. Entonces vos simplemente disfrútala, poné alguna parte de esa tuya en esa disfrute y después déjala para que otros la vean.
So, it might seem that much more heavy discharge is happening more when you are observing. But in fact, what it really is what you're saying, essentially, is that in the part that you're not observing, a lot goes, the same amount is going away, maybe, but you're not seeing it, that's all, and sometimes it's light,
Volviendo a tu pregunta, el mundo va, y por ahí antes había partes que vos no observabas y las cosas iban igual.
You know,
Eso es lo que pasa.
so after coming to London, for a day or two, Nima and I, we went to a place called Northampton by train, like all of a sudden you're out of the chaos of London and there is a quiet, little town, where you're free. There's, everything looks so quiet, so lovely and quiet, you're in the country. You go out of Buenos Aires, that's how it is, you see.
Yeah. Dice que después de estar unos días en el caos de Londres, se tomaron el tren con Nima y fueron a un lugar que no sé cómo se llama, que está en el norte, que era tan tranquilo. Entonces, Londres seguía con todo ese caos, pero ustedes estaban observándolo de un lado tranquilo, en un lugar tranquilo. And sorry, Shura, and I interfere with Patricia with this translation.
No, that's
me encanta
fine.
escucharte traducir, me encanta, me encanta. Amo que traduzcas. Continue.
And my question, Shura, is when does interference begins? It's just with the wish on the relative that you are interfering.
Interference begins with the belief that this is happening to me.
Le pregunto dónde empieza la interferencia y él me dice, la interferencia empieza cuando vos empezás a creer que esto me pasa a mí.
This is, if you're standing at Buenos Aires airport waiting for the luggage to come, you have the awareness that now Damian is tired, he's waiting for his bag, and now he is picking up his bag, that kind of awareness. Damian is picking up the bag. So, and so you have, at the most you can say is, Damian, don't pick up somebody else's bag.
Dice que es lo mismo que cuando estás en el aeropuerto de Buenos Aires, que venís cansado y estás en la cinta y bueno, y está solamente tu valija y nosotros agarramos solamente nuestra valija. Y la interferencia empieza cuando agarras la valija del otro.
This word, Paarkoo-That which is not mine, you see.
Esa palabra Paarkoo es aquello que no es mío. Paarkoo.
Yeah, you see.
Aquello que no es mío.
Lord Krishna too is a very famous sentence that, let go of all religions and come to my religion. Let go of all religions and come to my religion. He's saying it as the Amapura absolute, People misunderstand it. You see, they say, oh, he's talking about becoming a worshipper of Krishna. No, he's saying, know thyself, know who you are. That is called coming home. That is called leaving everything that is not yours. Because we are involved in that which is not ours, we can't come home. You see, we can't come home.
Lord Krishna tenía esta famosa frase que decía, dejen todas las religiones y vengan a mi religión. Y uno podría interpretar que era, no, adorarme a mí, pero no, él estaba hablando del alma pura. Él estaba hablando de, tengan el entendimiento correcto de quién soy yo. Porque si yo me meto en la valija del otro, no puedo volver a mi casa.
Yes. Even the discharge, in this discharge, you have to see the understanding and the opinions of the other person. And the seeing part, just the observing part, allows you to avoid a lot of problems, you see. Some other person.
Descarga, traten de ver el punto de vista y la opinión de la otra persona y eso te evita un montón de problemas.
Every human being's opinions are based on their knowledge, you see. And if, as the knowledge continues to improve, their opinions change, you see.
Todas las opiniones de las personas dependen de su conocimiento y a medida que el conocimiento va mejorando, las opiniones van mejorando.
And we have entered the world of the opinionless enlightened ones, you see. We
Y ahí
are,
entramos en el mundo de los que no tienen opinión y los que están iluminados.
yeah, and in this awareness of the self, who am I, you become aware of your own opinions and or your own resistance in this matter. You know, this is how it is. This is wrong. You know, and now this is where the observation has to be, you see. Right, Gabi? We have to observe where Gabi is hung up or resistant or is not letting go, you see.
Y en este conocimiento del ser vamos siendo conscientes de nuestras propias opiniones y esas opiniones que no nos dejan avanzar. Vamos empezando a verlas.
Your opinions are the obstructions in this smooth flow of life, you see.
Las
No.
opiniones son la obstrucción en este flujo de la vida.
Yeah, right. You see, this they take away some very precious moments with the human beings that are close to you, you know, who.
Nos saca momentos preciosos con aquellos seres humanos que están cerca a nuestro.
Yeah, and these human beings are struggling in their daily life just like you are. You know, they're struggling. If it's not a struggle for bringing money home, there is this internal struggle for the conflicts with your own self. You know, your opinion is your conflict, not what you do, you see.
Y esos seres humanos están peleando contra sus propias opiniones, contra su propia realidad. Si no es con el problema de traer dinero a casa, es con los problemas consigo mismo y sus propias opiniones.
Yeah, so to be able to see the opinion of Gabi and to see what Gabi did on the basis of her opinion is to see discharge, you see, is to see the discharge.
Y ver lo que hizo Gaby en base a la opinión de Gaby, eso es ver la descarga.
You know, you and I in our daily life.
A esa descarga me refería porque la vida del archivo 1 es bien quieta, no pasan muchas cosas de afuera, pero estaba ocurriendo mucho dentro del archivo 1.
That's what she was observing, because her life in the outside, in the outside it's quiet, but many things occurs inside.
Yes.
And that's the discharge she was mentioning.
Yes. Oh, I see. So yes, yeah, that means what does it signify? It means the awareness of the Amapura as the Amapura that you are has increased. So when you see with the increase, as you become more aware, you see more things, you see. There is no
Y ahí
end.
entendió tu pregunta, está creciendo tu conciencia del alma pura, porque cuanto tu conciencia del alma pura va creciendo, vos vas pudiendo ver más cosas adentro tuyo.
Yeah, when Dadashri has said that when you begin to see the world inside Gabi, then you will have no time to see anything else.
Y Dada decía que cuando vos empezás a ver el mundo adentro de Gaby, no tenés tiempo de ver el mundo afuera.
Yeah, Gabi is feeling it this way, Gabi is not happy, Gabi is sleepy, Gabi is blaming someone else. Gabi is unhappy with this person, etc., etc. It just goes on all day. That's not only for you, for Shuddha too, and for Deepak Bhai too, and everybody. You see, this is how it has been constructed for us in this era of the time cycle. We come loaded, each one of us come loaded with complex and compressed karma. Complex and compressed karma.
Eso nos pasa a todos, le pasa a Shuddha, le pasa a Deepak. Todos estamos cargados de cosas complejas y comprimidas.
Yeah.
Entonces, eso es lo que nos pasa a todos.
Yeah, like a huge bale of cotton. You see, you can take a lot of cotton, and you in the machine, you compress it, and then you put, ties all around it, and it becomes a heavy square of cotton, you see, it's all as soon
Es
as
como el algodón, que vos tenés el algodón y lo vas comprimiendo, comprimiendo, comprimiendo hasta que en la fábrica queda como un fardo de algodón bien cuadrado y comprimido.
yeah, it's
Eso
like raw,
son.
it's like raw cotton, you know, raw cotton is fluffy. Keep on compressing it. So when you break those ties around it, it just fills up the whole room. You see?
Entonces cuando rompes los hilos que contienen ese cuadrado tan comprimido, sale y se vuelve de vuelta el algodón más suave.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Listo, Patri, ¿estás lista para tomar la rienda?
Dale.
Es re difícil traducir, le digo a todos los Mahatmas. Gracias, Patri, porque es muy difícil no olvidarte de nada de lo que dice y
Pero lo
interrumpirlo
haces, bueno,
justo.
aparte me encanta porque lo haces feliz, se te la sonrisa, no
Sí.
como que algo,
No, la
algo
pregunta estuvo
pasa ahí.
buena. La pregunta estuvo buena. También me pasa a mí.
Gracias.
Así que bueno.
Patricia, habla Carlos. Ahí abro la cámara, perdón. Tengo una pregunta, te la digo.
Dale,
Yo si querés traduzco donde hay que hablar y vos donde hay que
dale,
escuchar.
dale. Bailemos así, dale.
Qué lujo, qué lujo. Bueno, mi pregunta es, cuando más separado estás o te mantenés mayor tiempo, ¿el sufrimiento del relativo es menor o es lo mismo?
Ok. Ahora cuando vuelva le preguntamos.
Buena pregunta, Mario.
Me cambiaron el nombre.
No, te explico.
Era un
Mario
chiste
era
de Pergolini.
no, era un conductor hace 30 años atrás, un conductor de televisión.
Ah, no me acuerdo de esto.
Por eso, porque vos sos más joven, no lo entendís. Eso es lo que pasa.
Tampoco tanto. 4.
La estoy cargando a Fabián, nada más.
Pobre Fabi. Mientras tomo mate, no le convido, pues no lo puedo pasar por la cámara. Porque si no, yo convido.
Oh. The beauty about this that comes in the conveyor belt of life in front of us, you see, is that most of it is neutral. It does not excite any kashais, you see. Kashais come for us with the old belief that which is not mine is considered mine. You see, that which is not, it is not happening to us. This is the conveyor belt of Kapi, of Shuddha, of Damian, not mine, you know. And now it is discharging, you know. Now it is discharging. You see?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
La belleza esta que viene frente a nosotros, viene con todos los kashais y viene por todas las viejas creencias y opiniones que teníamos. Y considerando que lo que viene no es mío, y ahora se descarga.
So, Dadashri's last two sentences in today's paragraph was this they come on their own naturally. Kudrat means nature, you see, and Vyavasthit means it is nature that is delivering it to you, but nature that delivers only that which is yours is Vyavasthit, you see. So there's a difference between Vyavasthit, scientific circumstantial evidence, and nature, you see. Hmm?
Ujú. Dada dice que lo que viene es por tu propia naturaleza. Podríamos decir que Yavastit, y que viene lo que te corresponde que venga. Y ahí está la diferencia, la diferencia con las evidencias científicas circunstanciales.
Yeah. So they accept it as a gift of Kudrat. A gift of Kudrat, Kudrat no inam. You know, yeah. Wow, the earlier in our life we come to this understanding, it makes such a magnificent difference in the way we interact with human beings as well as the way we interact with this one called file one, you know.
Kudra, ¿no? Es llegar a este maravilloso entendimiento, ¿no? Que nos permite interactuar no solamente con todos los otros, sino también con nuestro propio archivo, nuestro propio
How do you
file.
know which is your luggage? Le pregunto, ¿cómo sabemos cuál es nuestra valija?
Yeah, you know it. You know it because this body by nature is effective. This body, mind, speech, and body are effective. So as soon as it sees your luggage, you know, when you have called it mine, my bag, you put all the nice clothes for travel, you know, you put it in, you strain to stuff it in, you know it. You know it. You see, that's just the bag. So you'll know when it's your bag. Sometimes it feels, you know, when it is rough, it's a good question. Damian, sometimes when it is something that you don't like comes on the conveyor belt, you'll say, not mine, not mine. But if it, you know, the world will say, no, yours, it's yours. You know?
Damián le pregunta cómo sabemos que este es nuestro equipaje, nuestra valija. Entonces Shuddha responde que la mente, el cuerpo y el habla es específico y te muestra cuál es tu valija, cuál es tu equipaje, porque tú hiciste, tú la llenaste, tú la cargaste, así que sabes cuál es tu valija. Puedes a veces no querer qué es lo que viene, pero es tuyo.
Yeah, and when it's happening to the body only, then you know it's yours only. if it's your tooth or your toe or your back or whatever it is, in whichever part of the body it's happening, you know it's yours. You can't, that's not where you can say not mine, but our exercise, our view in Akram Vignan is not mine. Shuddhas, Damians. You know? And that's enough.
Yeah.
Not mine, Damian's, you know, or Gabi's, you know, and there is that disconnection that is associated with this truth, which is exactly the truth. It is not yours. We have believed it to be ours, you know. My knee, you know, my surgery, my this thing. No, the surgery is happening to the body. Who are you to say this is happening to my body? The body is undergoing surgery. Huh?
Yes. Por ejemplo, si con la valija, cuando le pasa al cuerpo, el cuerpo es tuyo, no podés decir nada, entonces le pasa algo a tu dedo, a tu espalda, a tus dientes, es imposible que no sea al que le esté pasando, al que le esté sucediendo. Ayuda a Damián, a Gaby, ¿no? El tema es esta desconexión de eso, ¿no? Y no seguir con mi rodilla, lo mío.
Yeah, the
Porque le
surgery
está
is.
pasando al cuerpo.
Yeah,
La
the
cirugía
surgery.
le
Yeah,
está pasando al cuerpo.
Yeah, the surgery is happening to the body, but you say, so surgery is happening to my body. Well, you know, in anesthesia, do you say that? When you are under anesthesia, what difference does it make? You don't even know what's happening, right? Mm-hmm.
En la cirugía le sucede al cuerpo y cuando estamos bajo el estado de la anestesia ni sabemos qué es lo que está pasando.
Yes, Gabriel. Yes, my friend.
I think that Carlos had a question too.
Carlos?
Yes.
Carlos había preguntado antes, sí, perdón.
Yes, Carlos. Hola, Carlos. Yeah, go on.
Carlos, adelante con tu pregunta.
La repito, bueno, mi
Sí,
pregunta es, ¿más nos mantenemos o estamos separados del relativo? ¿El relativo, sus descargas, sus dolores, su sufrimiento, lo sufre por igual o hay una diferencia?
The question is, the more we are separate from the relative, if any pain arises on the relative, I suffer more or the same?
No, always. The more separate you are from the relative, the less you suffer. You see? The more you separate from Carlos, the more you move away from Carlos by saying, this is Carlos's, not mine. This is happening to Carlos. Then obviously the suffering will only remain with Carlos. And it's like your neighbor is suffering. And if your neighbor is suffering, you can see, oh, the neighbor is suffering, but it doesn't touch you. Yes, you will feel, oh, he is suffering, but you know, that's it. So that is the...
La pregunta de Carlos, ¿no? Su respuesta es, sí, cuanto más separado estés de lo relativo, menos sufrirás, es menor el sufrimiento. Es porque esto le está pasando a Carlos, es como que le está pasando a tu vecino. Pero tú te mantienes separado. A Carlos le pasa, le sucede, pero tú estás separado.
Yeah, you know, it's happening to, if you're walking on the road and you see somebody run over by a scooter and the other person's leg is broken, yes, you will be affected, but it will not be the same as if somebody drives over your leg and breaks your leg, you see. So that much is the difference in this vision of separation. Amapura. The other human being whose leg got broken is also Amapura. This is the account of the driver and that person, you see.
Beautiful, Shuddha. Es lo mismo que vayas caminando y que venga un scooter, que vaya una persona caminando y un scooter la atropelle y le rompa la pierna. Puedes sentirte triste o herido porque esa persona se lastimó, pero se lastimó esa persona, ¿no? Y el tema de estar separado es como poder verte. Si esto te sucede a ti, se rompe tu pierna, el dolor va a ser diferente, pero si te mantienes separado es poder ver a tu file one separado, con la pierna rota.
And that simple exercise, the simple exercise that Dada has taught us is essentially at the dinner table where you're sitting and you begin with this awareness. Yosamapura, the eater is eating, and I am seeing him eat. I know that he is eating. As soon as the food goes in mouth, you know, he's chewing, he's tasting. He doesn't like this, he likes this. He's not paying attention to the food, etc. Every little thing you can know that Carlos is eating. You are seeing Carlos eat. When Carlos goes to the bathroom and Carlos is taking a shower, Carlos is using A lot of soap, lot of shampoo, or no shampoo. There's everything. Carlos is eliminating in the toilet seat. You see, Carlos is doing it. I am simply seeing him. This is an exercise that Dada has given us, you see. And with that, the separation increases, you see. Every little thing. Carlos is thinking, Carlos got this letter and he is a little worried, you see. Everything, everything. That is called seeing the discharge of Carlos, you see.
Yes. Es esta frase que Dada nos enseñó, yo soy alma pura y el que come, yo soy el observador del que come y lo observo cómo come, cómo mastica, si le gusta, si le presta atención a la comida. Carlos se está comiendo ahora, o Carlos se ducha y usa un montón de shampoo y de cremas, pero solo lo veo, ¿no? Y cuanto más lo veo, lo observo, más la separación crece. Carlos recibe una carta, puede no gustarle, pero es Carlos el que no le gusta la carta, no soy yo. Y estar en el observador es lo que permite que la separación vaya sucediendo más y más.
Carlos' ego is hurt. Somebody insults Carlos, or somebody puts down Carlos, At that time, Carlos is a little depressed or affected, and Carlos' ego is hurt. You can see that. You can see that. See, that's also discharge. Carlos, somebody might pump up Carlos. Oh, what a wonderful man you are. No. Just see that it is happening to Carlos. Don't say, oh, see, I'm good. So that goes
A Carlos, por ejemplo, a Carlos puede ser que alguien venga y lo insulte o lo voltee y ¿qué va a estar sucediendo? Le va a tocar el orgullo, le va a tocar el ego, pero eso lo puedes ver. Pero también si viene alguien y dice, oh, Carlos, eres maravilloso, eres divino, también ahí va a estar tocando el ego, ahí vas a estar contento. Sí, y no se trata ni de sufrir ni de estar contento, se trata solamente de poder observar a Carlos lo que le sucede.
Yeah, so, see the rise and the fall of the ego of Carlos, see the mischief and the running around of the chit of Carlos, chit of Carlos. Carlos can't sit still, he's going here and there inside. You see, he appears to be sitting still in the living room, but he's everywhere else. You see that.
Puede ser que Carlos pierda el cheat, ¿no? Puede ser que esté sentado ahora acá y su cheat esté en cualquier lado. Y esto también es algo para observar.
Yeah, see his desires and denials of Carlos. Carlos wants this. Carlos doesn't want this, You see that, you see?
Entonces también es, observa cuáles son los deseos de Carlos, cuáles son las cosas que no. Esto también es algo para observar.
Yeah. See the expectations of Carlos, whether they get fulfilled or not,
Fíjate las expectativas de Carlos si son cumplidas o no.
Yeah. See, that Carlos had a wonderful sleep or Carlos did not have a good sleep, that you are not sleeping, Carlos goes to sleep, you see.
Entonces, fíjate si Carlos durmió bien o si Carlos durmió mal. Solo observa si Carlos durmió, nada más.
Like when Carlos raises his voice to speaks to someone, the raising of the voice and speaking loudly and in a hurtful manner is a discharge, See that. See that. This seeing is the liberation. Just to see it, you see, is called not interfering.
Yes. Por ejemplo, Carlos le levanta la voz a alguien y lo hiere, eso es una descarga, pero poder ver que eso está sucediendo es la liberación. La liberación es no interferir.
Yeah, that is the ultimate. Yeah, ultimate.
I bring back something you said before. No interfering is liberation.
Yeah, no,
It's not happening to me. It's not happening to me.
not mine, not mine.
It's not mine, ¿no? Como poder observar es la liberación, no interferir es la liberación. Y traigo algo que dijo antes Shuddha, que es esto no es mío, no me pertenece.
Dadashri does qualify a little bit. You just can't say not mine and over again, you know. It's important that you don't go to take pleasure in that which you have said, not mine. In other words, you know, slowly stop taking pleasure from that which you have already determined to be not yours.
Acá hay algo que decimos, no es mío, no es mío, no es mío, pero de una forma como ridícula. Vamos a buscar placer ahí a donde decimos que esto no es mío, no me pertenece, y vamos a buscar placer ahí.
Well, yeah. All right. So this, you understand, my friend Carlos? Do you want to say anything else in here?
¿Entendiste, Carlos? ¿O quieres hacer alguna otra pregunta? ¿Decir algo más aquí?
Perfecto. Es como una pregunta, una respuesta muy buena. Gracias, Shuddha. Thank you.
Yes, Vishuddhatma Bhagavan, gracias. Thank you. Gracias.
Excellent answer.
Yeah, research. Now, yes, Gabriel.
Hola, hola Patri, ¿podés traducir?
No, va a traducir Damian.
Damián,
No.
Gracias, Damián.
Mejor.
La metáfora de la valija con la cinta, ¿no? Cuando vamos a tomar el Nam-Vidi, es como que a lo mejor sentimos que esa valija se la lleva Dipaguay, o se la puede llevar el Gnani. Y si bien sabemos que no se la lleva, porque Shuddha está diciendo, agarra tu valija, hacete cargo, pero por lo menos teníamos 20 kilos, ahora tenemos 12. ¿Puede ser? No sé cómo lo vas a traducir, Damián, pero perdón.
Applying this example of the luggage, when we take the Gnani, he felt that his luggage was taken by Deepak Bhai or by Dada Bhagwan. And now he feels that luggage that before weighted 20 kilos, now it's weighing 12 or 10. Is that correct, what he feels?
See, absolutely. In one sense, the luggage, the real meaning of luggage is the belief that I am carrying the luggage. Then it feels the Lord, I am doing it. I am carrying the luggage. When you step away, then the weight of the luggage, whatever it is, will be felt and borne by Gabriel, you know. So the luggage remains the same. Whatever was loaded in the last life, it comes in here, and sometimes it's big, sometimes it's light, sometimes it's big, sometimes it's light. But now, your sense of being without any luggage or any heaviness is the exact liberation that has happened in the Gnan Vidi, you see. Nobody has taken it away. You yourself moved away from this stupid, wrong belief, the blunder that eu sou Gabriel and this is happening to me, see? You know.
El equipaje, creer que soy la carga soy el que carga el equipaje, ¿no? Entonces, la valija del equipaje fue cargado por Gabriel y ahora Gabriel va a tener que cargarlo. A veces el equipaje va a ser liviano, a veces va a ser pasado, pero bueno, es tu equipaje. Ahora, el sufrimiento, ¿por qué se produce, no? Esto, si no tenemos que cargar equipaje, creer que yo soy el que carga el equipaje es tonto.
Yeah. The gratitude and the surrender that you have to Gnani Purush Dadashri and his Gnanis, Pujya Niruma, Pujya Deepak Pai, is natural for what has happened to you and I. That gratitude is always there. It can not be taken away as long, because it is simultaneous with this experience of liberation, you see. It's because you are liberated, you and I are liberated, that we have no words for these human beings who continue to liberate us with their physical or their invisible presence, you see, for us, you know.
Es la gratitud y la entrega al Gnani, a Niruma, a Deepak Pai, es natural por lo que sucedió, y nunca será removida esa gratitud. Esos nos dieron la liberación y poder vivir esto. No hay palabras para poder expresar, estén ellos físicamente presentes.
This load, not only for this life, but life after life, there was so much load. Oh, I have to do it. I have to do this. This is mine. I'll have to handle it. How can I handle it? This is too much. So all gone. In fact, phenomenal energies arise when you know that when Gabriel has to climb a mountain in life, then nature automatically gives the energy to Gabriel. The energies come, you see. The energies get depleted by saying, oh, no, very difficult. I can't do it. It's not possible, you see. Then the energies go away, you know.
Yes. Vida tras vida, pensando en que tengo que hacer esto, tengo que hacer lo otro, tengo que hacer un montón de cosas y tengo que resolver. Y por ejemplo, si Gabriel tiene que subir una montaña y está en este estado así de separación, naturalmente maravillosas energías, enormes energías vienen a ayudarlo para que suba esa montaña. Pero si nosotros creemos que esto no es así, que es Gabriel el que tiene que asumir, entonces esas energías se retiran.
So, that is true. What you said, luggage feels less. But in fact, really, my dear friend Gabriel, the luggage is gone. It's
Esto que dijiste es en cierta manera, Gabriel, sobre el equipaje, es verdad, de que no solamente que es más liviano, sino que se fue.
Yeah, yes. Paarkoo is a new word. Paarkoo, not mine. It is someone else's. Paarkoo means someone else's. Who is that someone else? Gabriel. Gabriel is Gabriel's. You know? How will he handle it? How will he handle it? Answer, not your business.
Oh.
Yeah. when the time comes. Have you noticed, like in a conveyor belt, even very skinny little girls, little tiny little girls, when their bag comes, they grab it and they somehow get it off the conveyor belt, the energy automatically comes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Must.
Paarkoo es de alguien más. ¿Quién es ese alguien más? Es Gabriel, es el Falwan. ¿Y cómo lo manejarás? Eso no es tu trabajo, cómo lo manejarás, porque cuando llegue el momento las energías van a venir. De repente hay mujeres así que son muy, muy delgaditas y pequeñas, y cuando llega el momento que tienen que recoger su valija, es una valija inmensa, pesada, y vos las ves que se inclinan, la agarran y las energías vienen y levantan la valija.
Yeah. Bliss. So whatever residual wrong beliefs we have about this is my luggage should go away, you see. That, let it be on the shoulders of Gabriel, Laura, Herman, they can handle it. They are equipped to it, you see. We in trying to help her, or in fact end up interfering, you see. Interfering. The best treatment is to see and allow nature to come to its natural conclusion, you see.
Yes. Mi equipaje se va con el File One y puede hacerlo. Es no interferir y observa y permite que la naturaleza que se encargue.
Yeah. Yeah. Ours is the role of what we just listed for Carlos, to continue to see the subtle stuff. The visible stuff is everybody can see. If you have become upset or angry or sour-faced, everybody can see it. More important is to see what is going on inside, you see, to be able to see what's happening inside, you see.
Yes. El rol para Carlos es ver. Lo visible es visible no solamente para Carlos, es para todo. Podemos ver lo que si está amargado tiene una cara, si está contento tiene otra cara. Lo visible es visible. Pero lo importante es poder ver qué es lo que sucede adentro de Carlos. Eso es lo importante, lo que sucede por dentro, lo que no es visible, lo sutil.
Yeah, in fact, you and I will notice that what you consider to be your ability to do something, you say, oh, if I don't do it, who will do it? For the one who steps back into the seeing mode, into the knowing mode, automatically a lot of egos will arise around you who will take over what needs to be done. So Dadashri says that the egoistic people, the ego-laden people, take over the work of the egoless one. Yeah, that's a law. All of the people who want to go forward, let me take care of this, let me take care of this. You take it easy, or whatever,
It's funny. Bueno, lo que consideras que es tu habilidad, lo que va a hacer es que surjan un montón de egos que van a querer hacer lo que estás haciendo. Y si no tienes ego, cuanto menos ego haya, esos egos van a decir, bueno, deja que yo me encargo, yo lo hago, yo esto, yo lo otro. Pero es observar, poder ver esto que sucede, ¿no? Sin ego.
Say someone comes and You know,
Sorry, las personas con egoísmo son las que hacen el trabajo.
yeah.
Con ego, con ego.
Yeah, say someone, you know, in Gabriel is in a situation where he cannot just do something, you know. He wants to do, but he cannot do. You know, your role then is to see what happens, and continue seeing what happens. And there will be that work that needs to be taken care of, will be done by other people who love to do stuff. They'll take it over, you see. Now, at that time, you have to continue to see what is happening to Gabriel inside. Just see. Somebody did his work, you see. At that time, if we say, no, they didn't do it the way I wanted to do it, or they, you know, they messed it up, or they don't know exactly, they're not as good as me. Now you're in trouble, you know. But if you just say, oh, you know, the evidences came, you know. You begin to see, you begin your vision of the non-doer much more than, you know.
Yes. El rol es ver qué sucede y qué continúa sucediendo, ¿no? Y el trabajo va a ser hecho por una persona con ego. Pero ver a Gabriel, que Gabriel pueda ver que no lo hicieron bien, no lo hicieron como yo quería, como a mí me gusta, entonces ahí es donde estás en problemas. Es poder observar las evidencias, no siendo el hacedor.
Say you're sitting at a dinner table and there are 8 people on the table, you know, and the people start talking, and nobody, if you say, well, they started their talk, nobody's interested in what I say. Then what it signifies is that your ego is upset, you know, your pride is hurt. They're not paying attention to you. They're not asking or talking to you. You just have to see that. You do not have to feed your pride by saying, oh, these people don't know what to talk. Their conversation is useless. It's a waste of my time here on dinner table, you know?
Por ejemplo, hay 8 personas en una mesa que están comiendo y no paran de hablar y nadie le presta atención a una. Entonces esta persona se enoja porque no le presta, su ego ha sido tocado y entonces empieza a pensar, estas personas no saben de lo que están hablando y como que las empiezan a criticar.
Or, if you want to make it interesting, kind of continue to observe what's really going on behind that conversation. Why is she saying like this? What is she saying? What is really going on? You know, if you want to, it's not necessary. All you have to do is to say, I'm a pura relative, you know.
Yes. Solamente observa la conversación y qué es lo que va sucediendo en la conversación. Y ten claro que todos son alma pura y que esto está sucediendo en lo relativo.
Yeah. Why is it that human beings want to be included, you know, when in fact you are all alone? You come alone in this world and you leave alone. You see, nobody comes with you.
Yes. Todos quieren estar incluidos en las conversaciones y en las situaciones. ¿Por qué? Si nosotros venimos solos a este mundo y nos vamos a ir solos.
Oh, they went out for a good time in the city and they didn't call me. What? Yeah, so, you know.
O alguien estuvo en la ciudad y no me llamó. ¿Por qué?
Yeah, then you got a lot of work to do. You say, see what's happening inside to you. Do you have any opinions about this person, this person, this person? Sitting there, you can just wipe them off, saying, Amapura, 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 Amapura.
Solo siéntate a mirar a esas personas que tal vez no te llamaron porque tienen un montón de trabajo y tu único trabajo es sentarte y mirarlos como alma pura y limpiarlos, limpiarlos y limpiarlos.
And in the wiping away of these opinions, there is beautiful gift in return of bliss of the self. This is who you and I are, you see. This is who you and I really are, and this is our vision. This is our true vision. That opinion-laden vision was the false vision. What was wrong vision?
Esto es lo más maravilloso, poder saber quiénes somos, y darnos cuenta que las opiniones son opiniones que son falsas, vienen del ego, de la mente.
There's another beautiful heading coming, so which will be saved for the next time, I see. So we'll stop here on page 61.
Okay.
Shuddhatma Bhagwan.
Shuddhatma Bhagwan, Shuddha, thank you.
So
nice.
It's so wonderful to, it's your energies that is bringing these magnificent words of Dada for us to absorb, hold, and incorporate,
Y estas son las maravillosas energías de ustedes que hacen que vengan estas palabras de Dada para que las absorbamos y las incorporemos.
Thank you. Thank you all. Yes,
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Rosie in the car, and Laura, Alicia, Devdasi. Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Muchas gracias.
Yeah.